condition. He was correct. There are wealthy people who lose every cent they have through a series of mistakes in judgment. That does not make them poor. They will have it all back in a short time because of their prosperity consciousness. Study research which has been done on poor people who win lotteries. In a short time, they have nothing left. Money cannot stay with a person who has a poverty consciousness. And by the same law, money cannot stay away from the person who possesses a prosperity consciousness. If you have any question in your mind regarding where your consciousness is, it is not difficult to find out. Be very honest with yourself and look at your results. Study the patterns in your life. Now, from this point on, our focus is to create a higher prosperity consciousness and to prepare for the abundant harvest. Begin by preparing a powerful, positive affirmation and fuel it with emotion. When you do this, you are depositing this creative energy in the treasury of your subconscious mind. By repeating this process over and over and over again every day, it will begin to mentally move you in the direction you want to go. Write it out, read it, feel it, and let it take hold of your mind. Now let's get serious. How much money do you want? Saying I want more is not good enough. $5 more is more. How much more? Decide on a figure. You should have the amount of money you need to provide the things you want, to live the way you choose to live, whether you are working or not. Now, you will not seriously want more money than you are capable of earning. But remember, you must earn it. FG plus E equals I. That is a formula you can use to become financially independent. I will repeat the formula for you and listen carefully. FG plus E equal I. The FG represents financial goals. The E represents expenses. The I represents income. So you set your financial goals, you add to that your expenses, and then you have the figure that you want to earn. Now, arriving at answers to some of these questions will probably take time. You're not going to answer them in 5 minutes if you answer them properly. When you seriously consider the positive impact this formula can have on your life, you will realize that it most certainly deserves whatever time it takes. The FG establishes your financial goals. How much money do you want to have in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years? There are only two ways to earn money. One is people at work and the other is money at work. You should be employing both. If you want to be financially independent, what you're actually saying is this: I want to have enough money working for me to provide the income I will require to live the way I choose to live. Now, what you have just covered may cause you to think that you're going to have to quit your present job because you cannot see yourself earning the amount of money you require in your present position. Although that may be true, it does not have to be true. The most important consideration about your daily work is that you love what you do. The amount of money you earn is not the most important consideration. The individuals who live the most fulfilled lives are those individuals who have a very difficult time differentiating between work and pleasure. That, my friend, is a key factor in living the abundant life. The income you earn in your present position may be small, but your overall income could be substantial. Now, that statement would indicate that you would have to have more than one source of income. If you don't, you should. Wealthy people have MSIs. MSI is a term which means multiple sources of income. You can have 100 sources of income. Could have 500 if you wanted. You can even hire people to manage them. Multiple sources of income does not mean multiple jobs. That concept generally leads to an early grave. Multiple sources of income means exactly what it says. The idea that you must work harder or longer hours to earn more money is a myth. It is a concept which is believed and perpetuated by people who are generally very tired and without money. That could represent you or possibly someone you love. You must understand that most of the really wealthy people do not work very hard. They generally love what they do, and they have income coming to them from many sources. It is not difficult to set up multiple sources of income. Anyone can do it. A single mother raising children on her own can set up numerous MSIs. Once you have determined how much money you want to earn, write this amount on a sheet of paper in large figures. Look at the numbers with the dollar sign beside them and tell yourself over and over again, that amount of money is an effect. It represents a reward I want to receive. What service can I render that would be deserving of that reward? Now, you can take the total figure and divide it into multiple parts. Each part would represent a source of income. Each source of income represents a separate reward that you would receive for a service you would render. Work on one at a time. Each one can become an exciting part of your life. What you are actually doing is thinking of different ways you can be of service to others. You must remember that money is a reward we receive for service rendered. When you understand this basic law, you will understand that the only time you must think about money is when you are deciding how much you want. From that point on, your entire focus, intellectually, emotionally, and physically, must be directed towards providing service. Think of how you can do whatever you are doing more effectively. Think of how you can improve on the quality and the quantity of service that you are rendering. Think of how you can help the people you are helping in a greater way. Remember, money is the ultimate servant. With money, you can provide service in 1,000 places at the same time. The more money you earn, the more you can help others. Remember this: poor people have a poverty consciousness. Wealthy people have a prosperity consciousness. A poverty consciousness will cause you to think and experience a lack of money. A prosperity consciousness will bring you great wealth. To develop a prosperity consciousness, follow the instructions you have been given. Decide exactly how much money you want. Break it into parts. Then forget the money and give all of your attention to providing service. The money must come. Ralph Waldo Emerson said something rich with truth when he stated, "The law of sowing and reaping was the law of laws." Find out what other people want and help them get it. Keep repeating your affirmations until you become truly comfortable with money. A prosperity consciousness will attract to you abundance, and abundance is your birthright.